What's up everyone, this is CyberKnight8610, and in today's video we're going to be talking about the new support for Link monsters and Link summonings and stuff too. These are all new cards that are going to be in Code of the Duelist, which is the first set of the new series, and they're all going to have to do with the new Link summoning types of cards. So let's go ahead and talk about them. First off, we have Rescue Ferret. Yes, you gotta have a rescue monster, right? I think it's hilarious they're continuing with these. But anyway, this is an Earth Beast, level 4, 300 attack, 100 defense monster. And its effect is that you can shuffle this card you control into the deck, special summon any number of monsters from your deck whose total levels equal exactly 6, except Rescue Ferret. To link monsters to link zones on your field, but they have their own effects negated. Also, they are destroyed during the end phase. You can only use this effect of Rescue Ferret once per turn. So pretty much, we've seen this several times. This is the new Rescue card that's going to help with, the new form of summoning. Plain and simple. I mean, Rescue Cat with Synchros, then, of course, a Rescue Hamster was for Pendulums, and all that too. So, and of course, Rescue Rabbit, obviously, too, for Xyz. And this is no different. There's not really much else to say. This was to help with Link summoning, and I'm just happy to see new Rescue monsters. I know, love them or hate them, really, on that, but I can't help it. I think it's funny they're actually continuing with them, and that's pretty awesome. So, of course, they have to get their own, Rescue card, so that's kind of cool. Then after that, we have Cyber's Wizard. Can I say before I read off this card that I'm so happy we actually have a Cyber's type of cards. I'm just going to pretend Konami made those for me, okay? Is that alright? I'm sure they don't even know who I am, but I'm just going to pretend that that's the reason we have them now. So I'm just happy about that. That's pretty cool. But anyway, this is Cyber's Wizard. It is a machine-like Cyber's type monster. And also, it is a level 4, 1,800 attack, 800 defense monster. And its effect is, once per turn, you can target one attack position monster your opponent controls, change it to defense position, and if you do for the rest of the turn, that monsters you control cannot attack, except to attack that monster. Also, if a Cyber's type monster you control attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing battle damage to your opponent. So this is just kind of really seems like more of an annoying monster, being able to change your opponent's monsters to defense, and then basically they have to stay that way for a little bit, and you get piercing damage from it too for your Cyber's monsters. Again, pretty straightforward, not much really to say. It looks like it might be a fun card to use. I'm going to mainly get it because it has Cybers in the name, to be very honest. But I'm kind of wondering what else we're going to see for these new types of cards. Maybe it'll be a little bit more useful in the future, but for now, it looks like just kind of a fun, sort of annoying card to just bother your opponent with. So I'm kind of looking forward to seeing if there's going to be a little bit more to it in the future. And now, of course, moving on to one of my favorite new cards. Obviously, you're going to know why, and that is a Gaiasaber, the Video Knight. Again, I'm just going to pretend Konami made this for me. It's a knight monster. It has video in the name. If only it was a Cyber's type, that would just be perfect, like seriously. But I love the artwork and everything too. This one is extremely straightforward, like we've seen in the past. I mean, it is a Earth Machine Link monster, and it has a 2,600 attack and then the link of 3, and it requires 2 or more monsters. It has no effect. There's a reason that I'm saying that it's really straightforward. It's kind of like the what was it, Gaia Force the Earth, which was the Synchro monster. It was a normal Synchro monster because it didn't have an effect. Same idea, really. They always do that with Gaia, it seems like, and no different really on this one. I gotta say, though, I gotta get this card. You guys knew I'd like this card as soon as you saw it, and yeah, if it only would have been a Cyber's type, that would have been really epic. But again, I'm just gonna pretend Konami made this for me, but I'm definitely looking forward to getting this, and because mainly I just love the artwork, and I think it's gonna be a pretty useful one too. The generic cards we always get for a new type of summoning are always really great to get at the beginning, so I'm looking forward to getting this one. And then, of course, that's not all. We have another Link monster, and that is, hopefully I'm saying this right, Mrs. Radiant? I think that's how you pronounce the first part of the name. Anyway, it's kind of a callback to an older card, and I think it was Malice Radiant? I think that's right. So, anyway, here's the stats for this card. It is an Earth Beast Link monster, 1,400 attack, the link of 2, and it requires 2 Earth monsters to link into it. Its effect is, all Earth monsters on the field gain 500 attack and defense. All Wind monsters on the field lose 400 attack and defense. If this card is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can target one Earth monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand. You can only use this effect of Mrs. Radiant once per turn. So this card's actually a really interesting callback to the original card, because the effect is really similar. I don't know if it's the same stats, the same stat changes as the original, but I remember that it would also power up Earth monsters and weaken Wind monsters. So kind of interesting that we're getting that again. And then also you're able to target one of your Earth monsters in your graveyard, add it to your hand. So a little bit of a recycling effect too. Again, it's kind of like with the new Gaiasaber card. This is one of the first Link monsters, so really they're not going to show what these cards can really do just yet. I mean, I'm sure in the future we're going to see some really crazy ones. But for now, this one's kind of straightforward. straightforward and can be really useful in a lot of different decks that involve Earth monsters. So looks pretty cool, and again, I'm just kind of excited about what we're going to see from this. And then of course we have Capsuled Lake, which is a field spell card that works with Link monsters. I thought I'd go ahead and talk about it because it involves Link monsters, so let's go ahead and see what it does. It is of course a field spell, like I already said, and here's its effect. Once per turn, you can target one Link monster on the field, move it to its Link zone in the main monster zone, except to that monster's opponent zone. Once per turn, you can switch the placements of 2 of your Link monsters in your main monster zone or 2 Link monsters in your opponent's main monster zone. So, kind of confusing. Of course, if you don't understand the new rules, it's going to be extremely confusing for you. But basically, it looks like just a way where you can move around your monsters. Because that's kind of the new thing with the new rules with Link monsters and everything. It seems like placement really matters with that. Because it can power up your Link monsters. Also, it can help you set up for bringing out more Xyz, fusions, synchros, and all that too. And that's what this card's basically trying to do, I guess. It's trying to help you move everything where you want it to be. It's almost like some sort of Yu-Gi-Oh! Chess sort of thing is what it reminds me of. You move them to places you want to be able to summon what you want. And yeah, it's pretty straightforward again too. It's kind of one of the first cards we're seeing for this. So far, I don't really think it's going to be the most useful card, but you know, it might work pretty well with the new types of cards. I haven't really tried out the new cards yet, so I don't really have too much opinion, but of course, this is one of the first cards we're seeing for the Link monsters. So again, just like what I talked about, we're going to see more stuff in the future. It's going to make a little bit more sense and of course be a lot stronger too. And then last but not least, it's another card that had to deal with Link monsters, so I thought I'd kind of throw it in here. It is Breakoff Trap Hole. Yes, we're getting a new Trap Hole, which I always like that too, how they bring us new Trap Hole cards. Anyway, it is a normal trap, and its effect is when a Link monster is Link summoned, destroy all unlinked monsters on the field. It's another way to pretty much keep your opponent on their guard, because yeah, go ahead and Link summon. You might be able to protect those monsters that are linked to it, but if they didn't place it in the right spot, you can easily punish them for it and just destroy all of their unlinked monsters on the field. So I can see this card being really useful, especially at the beginning when everyone's trying to learn what to do, and even the future too, honestly, because if you don't know what you're doing, you don't have your monsters linked up to it correctly or something, then you could lose a lot of your monsters, pretty much lose your whole field on that. So I'm looking forward to seeing what this card's going to do as well. Like I said, really straightforward. I think it'll be fun to use at the beginning of these new monsters. But yeah, what do you guys think about these cards? You like them, not like them so much? I know a lot of you aren't too happy with the new rules, and like I said, I'm not just thrilled with them yet. I'm hoping that they'll be more useful in the future. I like how it's slowing down the game a bit, because I feel like we kind of needed that. But of course, you know, like with everything, I don't agree with all of it, you know. I like kind of the pendulum changes, but I'm still kind of about, you know, not being able to, you know, spam like synchros and Xyz and everything too. All that makes the game slower. You know, I'm just kind of, I guess what I'm saying is I'm kind of waiting and seeing what's going to happen. So, and that's what I'm hoping you guys are doing as well, to see what this new format's going to do and how the game's going to change, because I'm hoping it's going to be fun and maybe we'll even like it better than what we have now. I don't know. Again, I'm trying to be pretty optimistic on this, but let me know what you guys think, of course, and tell me, of all these different cards, which one are you most excited for? For me, like I said, I gotta get that Gaiasaber. That's just too awesome. And of course, anything to do with the Cybers type of cards, I might actually have to build those when those come out. So remember too, all these cards will be in Code of the Duelist, which is the first set of the new series, and I believe we're getting this set in around August, if I remember correctly. So looking forward to that too. But yeah, as always, thank you guys for watching. Be sure to hit that like button, helps out a ton. Subscribe for more Yu-Gi-Oh! News and other Yu-Gi-Oh! Related videos, and of course I will catch you guys later. See ya.